feel like this is gonna be more fun. Thank you. So, I'm a singer. I think maybe you guys probably know me through that. But today this is really weird to be on a stage and not have any instruments or a band or anything, but I'm here because I love this organization that I've been working with, and I want to talk a little bit about them and then talk a little bit about myself and be way too honest with you probably. So this organization is by girls, for girls. It's called I Am That Girl, and it encourages honest conversations. There's chapter meetings throughout the country. There's 1 million users online, and it's amazing because it encourages you to ask the question who you really are. Not just the person that we showed everyone on social media, that I showed you on stage when I have my hair and makeup done, but the more real version of me. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna show you guys some stuff that you cannot Google about me, and it's gonna be uncomfortable and awkward. So I am usually singing to you and I'm really empowered and I have my arm up and people look to me for answers and for strength, but the truth is I am a mess. I have anxiety, I have a lot of fears, I'm insecure, I look around me for approval a lot, and I don't have it figured out at all. This morning, do you guys want me to get super real with you right now? Okay, you asked. So this morning I was on a flight coming here, and I hadn't gotten this speech quite together yet. So there were 2 people behind me on the airplane, and they were talking, and they were just having a super normal conversation, just getting to know each other. And I turned around. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I turned around and I was like, "Could you guys please be quiet? I'm trying to work on a speech." Who does that? And this one woman looked at me like, "Are you fucking kidding me, bitch? I will beat you up." And then she like literally was like, "What, bitch?" And then I started crying instantly, because I always cry. And then to mask my tears, I was like, "Well, the speech is a eulogy, so you should feel bad." Oh my God, I really did that. That's horrible. Okay, so I really hope she's not here because it's definitely not a funeral. But that's who I really am. I'm not like this super encouraging, positive person all the time. And why am I sharing that with you? I am sharing it with you because I am crazy, but also because I feel like if I take off the mask of, this self that has it all together, that maybe it encourages you guys to do the same thing. It encourages girls who are watching at home on I Am That Girl, hi, to do that for themselves. And I think from that place, that's how we connect with each other. Not from the place on social media where we post like the hot selfies, but the version where we're like, okay, I'm a mess, are you? Cool, let's connect. And that's really hard and scary. But it's also incredible. So you guys, do you want to try this right now with me? This might be, I don't know. I thought this was gonna be like a lot of little girls, so I don't know. There's like a lot of dudes in tank tops that are like, what are you talking about, bitch? So, thanks, bro. I'm really glad the guys with the balloons left. They're like, no. This is not the scene. So just for a second, just like close your eyes, just exhale, and just let go of all the roles that you think you're supposed to be right now. All like the festival goer roles with like the cool outfit that might be uncomfortable. Maybe you guys are going to see bands that you don't really know, but you're pretending you know them because you want to look cool. I do that. Maybe you're just tired, maybe you're partying too hard, whatever it is, just let it all go and just like feel the you that's inside underneath all of that right now. And just like feel solid in that and steady in that. Just breathe for a second. This guy in the bamboo hat is loving it. All right, the other reason that I'm sharing that, encouraging you guys to do that, is because I want you to believe me when I say that to get to the place where I'm on stage and I'm singing encouraging songs and I'm being empowering, it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of tools. And I've had to come up with those tools over the past 15 years of trying to make it in this industry when I had so many rejections. And here are some of my tools. And here's where I sound like a super like basic white chick. I like yoga, I meditate, I write in a journal, I like pumpkin spice candles, I'm just kidding. I take walks with my dog, I have an amazing network of friends that I reach out to, and those are all incredible ways to heal when you're feeling like really small and scared and having panic attacks. But I didn't have those tools in middle school and college, this. I don't know if you guys ever felt like this, but I remember walking into the cafeteria in high school. This is so embarrassing. Why am I sharing all this with you? Okay. I remember walking in the cafeteria and like plotting out who I was going to talk to because I didn't want to look like I had no friends, even though I like probably didn't. And I was like, oh my god, Sarah's talking to Jeff. That'll look good. Okay, but then I can't talk to them too long because that is just exhausting. And I didn't know ways other than just to feel insecure and not like myself. But in college, I did find a way, and that was through this support group that was actually my dorky a cappella group that we were not good. We rehearsed 5 times a week, and we weren't very good. And I don't know why we were good. I couldn't figure it out for so long. And then recently I figured out why. Because what we would do instead of rehearse most of the time was sit around in a circle, and we would share with each other, and we would talk to each other, and we would talk about real life, and we would get each other through the hardest things, like deaths and eating disorders and cutting and other abusive behaviors and awful shit. But we would talk about it, and we would make it okay to expose those parts of ourselves that were scary to talk about in real life. And that's why we weren't good singers, but it didn't matter. We had this beautiful friendship. We're still all friends today. So I Am That Girl was founded really on this idea that sharing shame, sharing things that hurt you, that's the way to heal it. If you look at shame like a balloon that kind of fills up space in your chest, the second you say it, the second you expose it, it deflates. The second you get empathy from someone, and you do have to be careful like who you reach out to and share that stuff with, because some people can be like, pity you, and that makes you feel worse. But there are some people that are careful with that, with those raw selves that you show. And that's what I Am That Girl is founded on. The belief that we can sit around in a circle and talk about the most hurtful stuff, the most painful stuff, and then hear echoed in a room of women or girls, oh, guess what, me too, me too, me too, I feel that too. And all of a sudden you don't feel so alone, and you don't feel so scared, and you don't feel that weird or different or wrong, and it's beautiful. So that's why I love this organization. I've gone to a chapter meeting, I've seen what happens. The other thing they ask you to do before they start every meeting is everyone has to go around and say why they're a badass. And you just have to. You just have to. So does anyone wanna try it right now? Does anyone just like yell out why they're a badass right now? That is so badass of you, thank you. Okay, don't worry about it. Here's the deal though. I know for everyone it's hard right now. Like, we have crazy stuff going on in our world, and we all feel like we're hurting. But for girls especially, I think it can be even tougher. In the words of Nicki Minaj, who is not usually my role model, but I do love this. She says, when a dude is being assertive, he's a boss, and when a girl is being assertive, she's a bitch. And that's true for me. I have to walk a really thin line when I walk on set of making sure everyone likes me and everyone thinks I'm nice and friendly, even though I need to get what I need that day. And if it was a guy musician showing up, he wouldn't have to put up with those same things of making sure he was being soft and sweet and feminine and delicate, but also a boss and tough and holding their shit together and being the owner of their destiny. So it's tough as women. And I know men have their own contradictions of not being able to expose how vulnerable you are and your emotional sides, because you're told you have to be tough, and that's the way we like our men. And then we also are like, well, why aren't you nice enough and like soft enough? So there's all kinds of contradictions that we give to each other, but all I know is the girl one because I am a vagina, so that's kind of my thing. So, why did I sing that? I need to sing a song or something, okay? So, no, thank you very much, thank you. Okay, so the other thing that they do is they have these chapter meetings, and then they also have this new app that you guys can download. It's called I Am That Girl, and it's an app, right? I said that. And I think that's amazing, because I think online is tough right now. I don't know about you guys, but I get jealous of my friends. I don't feel good about myself after scrolling for like hours. I go on thinking it's gonna make me feel good for some reason, and I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I don't know, waiting for it until I feel like sick, and I'm like, fuck, I don't like myself, I didn't do that. I'm not getting to play a set at this festival, I'm speaking, and that made me feel embarrassed. And like, oh my god, that's lame, but that's so stupid, right? So, but it's also, you can't really change it on Instagram. Like if you go and try to just post a real life thing, it doesn't work, and I'll tell
tell you why, because I recently tried to do that. I was like crying on a plane. I'm like always crying on planes. And I was crying, and I posted a selfie of me crying, and I said like, hi, does anyone else get really over emotional on planes, or like ever feel, you know, afraid to talk about who they really are, and this is who I am, and I want to share. And I was so proud. And then I got like 20 calls from people being like, are you okay? And my mother-in-law was freaking the fuck out, and my manager was like, what's wrong with her? Get her together. I was like, oh, okay, right, that's not what we're doing. We're going back to the regular scheduled program where we show hot pictures of ourselves. So then 2 days ago when I was feeling sad and lonely, I just posted like a cute picture of myself instead, and I was like, great! So it doesn't work to change it online as is. You need to go find a safer space, and I think that this app is that for girls. And I love what it does. I love that it encourages us to be our most vulnerable, our most real, our most raw selves, and says, hey, it's okay, it's a bully-free zone. So, if you guys want to get involved, or know any, you know, young women in high schools or college that you think could benefit from this, I wish they had something for men too, because there's like a lot of like awesome guys here. Hey, this guy. Yeah. But okay, if you want to get involved, you can start your own chapter if you're in high school or college, and you can learn to be a boss and own that and have it become an official organization and encourage other incredible women around you to create this community of acceptance and belonging. It's so dope. It's so beautiful. I've seen it firsthand. I cried in the meeting while I told you guys I'm always crying, so that's fine.